Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your month ahead energy reading for November for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I've actually just pulled out the Oracle deck that I'm using for all zodiac readings this month, and I've split to the same card I split to for Scorpio, which is the only sign I've recorded so far, and I recorded it as a storm was coming through yesterday. Storm, Spirit, Chaos. It's a number 42 card. Yeah, that's pretty fascinating to me. So I wanted to share that before I kept shuffling. Sagittarius, I've decided there will be no extended readings for this month. I'm recording these today on the 2nd of November, so I've well and truly run out of time to work through it all. I will try to get extended readings out for December, that's for sure. For those of you, thank you for those of you that supported those last month for the October readings. Anyway, let's jump in, Sagittarius, and see what wants to come through for you for the month of November 2025. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to know for the month ahead, Spirit? Thank you. Messages that are of life for the best and highest good of all. I have some light language coming through, Sagittarius, which is quite interesting. That doesn't often happen in my readings. That is a bit too many. It's only 3. Let's do it. Wow. Transformation, miracles, and growth. Wow. And purification at the bottom of the deck, Pine Spirit. So Butterfly Spirit, Transformation, a number 8 card. Rainbow Waterfall, Miracles, also has butterflies on it, 31. And Toadstool, Growth, which is a 44 card actually. Transformation, Miracles, and Growth. Looks like you've got a big month ahead. The pearl on this transformation card is sticking out to me actually. I feel like you've been doing yeah, and the toadstools too. There's something about work you've been doing in the dark, growing something in the dark that you're finally revealing this month, or finally is being revealed, the reward of which is finally being revealed, coming into the light. And the rainbow on this card too, actually, Rainbow Waterfall. With the fact that I split to storms, it's like the rainbow after the storm is what's coming through there. I'm going to use the Wild Reflections Tarot to begin with, Sagittarius. So we will do that and we will see what wants to come through. Transformation, miracles, and growth. And even the fact that like toadstools come out after the rain, after the storm. Yeah, there's definitely something around the rainbow after the storm, the blessing, the reward, the culmination of your hard work. I keep seeing 8 of Pentacles too, and Chariot success is coming. It's coming in November. All right. Let's see what the tarot's got for us. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us more about November for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That was the Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm putting them back because they didn't come all the way out. It's a new... the Ace of Pentacles, again, kind of reminds me of that pearl. It's like you've been putting in the work and now you can finally see something as a result of that. And it's from this point now that grows exponentially is what I wanted to say from there. Like you start to see the miracles. You know what it's coming through as? Kind of like that idea of overnight success that isn't overnight. You know, people that have overnight success have been putting in a lot of work for a long time. Consistency. It's the 8 of Pentacles card, really, like dedication, consistency, continuing to show up and put in the work that hasn't been recognized and hasn't been seen. And then it's like all of a sudden you receive the rewards of that. It's something like going viral or receiving a really big client or having a lot of bookings, whatever this might be for you, reaching your goal, achieving a goal of some description, whatever you've been working on, it'll look on the outside like an overnight success, but you know full well you've been putting in the work, and the rewards coming in. You've transformed. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us some more. Tell us some more. Watch it. 10 of Wands. I looked at that card before when I was at the top of the deck. And you're leaving. Ten of Wands is often like leaving the baggage, like putting down the weight of the baggage. But what's drawing my attention in this imagery is that it's like he's in a field, and it represents all of that work that you've been doing, the seeds you've been sowing. I'm feeling like it's significant that he's just holding one of the wands and almost is walking away from the 9 others. Maybe this journey of the work you've been doing, there's been a lot of things that haven't worked or seemingly haven't worked as well, possibly. And you've just kept going and trying something new or trying a new way of doing it, whatever it is for you. It's like lots of attempts that you've had trying to get to this point of success, of seeing the reward of your effort, seeing the outcome that you've been working towards. And finally, one of those things has worked or is about to work. But I'm almost getting the sense here that you run with that, and then the other things that are in the background start to take off as well. Yeah, chills as I say that. There's something about all of that work you've been doing has not been a lost effort. All of the trials, all of the different things you've been putting time and effort into. Yes, there were lessons in that, and there was growth in that, and all that comes with doing that kind of work. But I feel like you're about to reap the rewards of it all in some way. All right. Give us some more, please, Spirit. What else does Sagittarius need to know about this journey that they're on in November of recognizing the rewards of their growth? To 10 of Pentacles. Justice. Yes. 10 of Wands to 10 of Pentacles. Exactly. Oh, and there's your card. Sagittarius Temperance at the bottom of the deck. So it's like, wow, that's really cool. So 10 of Wands, as I said, through justice, you're getting your justice. It's coming into balance. And that's been happening through Libra season, because justice is the Libra card. There's something about things coming into balance for you in Libra that's allowing you to step into this 10 of Pentacles. The rewards for the seeds you've sown, the work you've put in, the effort you've put in, the dedication, the consistency. Even as I was talking about the Libra season, kind of the analogy that wanted to come through just there was something about the soil. The soil shifted to allow these things to grow. I'm sure for most of you, you're not actually growing something, but maybe for some of you, you are. And the conditions are now favorable to shift very quickly from 10 of Wands into 10 of Pentacles. So there's something about the conditions changed to allow this to now be successful. And I think it's like a divine timing almost piece of the world wasn't ready for you. And there were multiple times maybe where you wanted to give up because you could see that you just weren't gaining the traction that you felt or you knew was destined for you on this path. But you kept going. And through Libra season, the conditions have shifted. So we moved into Scorpio season, out of Libra season around the 21st, 22nd of October. And so maybe you are already starting to see some early signs of this coming in, of some recognition is kind of what's wanting to come through. Some interest, some recognition, some, I don't know, again, this feels like it's different for all of you. Wow. Anything else just broadly, Spirit? And then I will ask some deeper questions, I guess. Anything else just more broadly on what Sagittarius can expect for November? And there's a Two of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles again. Yeah, exactly. The seeds of your growth, the growth of your seeds. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but it's growing. And you've been, with the Two of Pentacles, you've been juggling. With the Two of Pentacles coming out, it kind of is reminding me of what I was saying here. You've been sowing plenty of seeds, but I also feel like because you haven't seen rewards of this, you've been juggling multiple priorities or juggling multiple projects or things within your life. And I'm actually getting now that if that's the case and one of those things isn't where you were wanting to invest your time and energy, but you were needing to out of a security or stability point of view, or I'm not sure, there was a reason you needed to hold on to something else and juggle something else with this project, with this thing that you've been investing into. The fact that I'm going from the Two of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like you're finally, with how quickly the success is coming in seemingly in November, you're going to be able to focus on the thing that you want to. And I still feel like you've got multiple of your own things in the background that are going to start blossoming too. But if you've been juggling something that wasn't something that you were passionate about, it was something for someone else, like a job with someone else's company, or I don't know what another good example of that is. I doubt you're juggling people to keep your options open. Maybe not in a way where that's selfish, but maybe you have been trying to work out. You've been juggling multiple things. Either way, I'm saying that with no judgment. So if this is applying to different areas of your life, then work and projects of yours, take what resonates. But I feel like in November, because of this success, you're able to focus on what is truly in alignment with what you want to be pouring your time and effort into. And it's really growing into something very successful. We have the Sun at the bottom of the deck too. Happiness, success. Split to King of Pentacles. This is a really successful month for you, Sagittarius, and I do feel like it's going to feel like a miracle. I feel like you've nearly given up multiple times. I won't say given up. Maybe you have. Maybe with the Ten of Wands, you were ready to walk away from this. That's quite possible. And then you get a phone call, or then you get a something that's like, oh, I was like about to close a door on that chapter of my life. Again, chills as I'm saying this. I don't feel like that's all of you, but I feel like for some of you, you had already given up. And then something comes out of the blue. The transformation and growth piece, I mean, again, to me, this feels like stuff you've been doing in the dark, but it's also feeling like they're in the dark, just work you've been doing. I don't think you've necessarily been doing this in secret, but work you've been doing that hasn't been recognized up to this point. I'm also feeling like there's some piece of self-growth there, Spirit. So can we talk to that in terms of Sagittarius's self-growth journey? Self-growth journey. Oh, wow. I felt the call to look at the bottom of the deck. It was the Emperor. You really stepping into your power of doing and action and balancing your masculine energies. Anything else on that, Spirit? No? Anything else on that? This was just sticking out the top of the deck. This is you sowing the seeds, planting the seeds. 7 of Pentacles. And the weight. Trusting in the weight is what's wanting to come through there. Oh, okay. 3 cards out. Interesting. One and another one. Page of Wands. 2. 3. The Chariot. There's your success again. It's coming in. It's coming in. Okay. So I already told you about the Emperor and the 7 of Pentacles. I had 3 cards come out like this, and I haven't looked at them yet. King of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune. There's your divine timing piece with the Wheel of Fortune that I was talking about before. Like this had to wait for, yes, the environment to be right to receive this in some way. 3 of Pentacles is working together. So maybe there is also a piece here of the right people coming in to allow you to build this, to do this, to work in collaboration with is typically the 3 of Pentacles. Maybe even just to support you in this in some way of honoring your vision. And I'm saying that because she's painting the pentacles or the sunflowers on this combi van, and the other 2 people are kind of just standing there watching. One is holding a spray paint can, but the other one, yeah, it's hard to know. And the other card out was the King of Cups. I think I want to clarify a bit. King of Cups is someone that's very emotionally grounded and stable and secure. The growth that you've been doing. Maybe there's something around that. Maybe there's something around some healing that you've been doing. I'm getting chills again as I say this. There's something about connections with other people. It's like this 3 of Pentacles. I feel like there was a piece of healing you needed to do to allow other people to come in and support you in this in some way. I'm almost getting the sense of like stubbornness or independence, like I can do this myself. But actually you were never meant to. And these connections needed to or do need to come in to support. Like, I'm not going to say without this wouldn't have been successful, but I don't think it would be as successful as it's going to be. 10 of Pentacles level of successful without these other people. And with the King of Cups here, there was a need to step into a much more regulated, trusting, almost emotional space of, yeah, the openness to let other people in some way. I'm not necessarily getting a romantic vibe there, but for some of you that could be. I'm much more getting some wounding around people letting you down in the past or something like that forced you into independent kind of energy. And there's been some part of your transformation and growth that has allowed you to open up to letting people in, knowing that you'll be fine. But those connections that now can come in are destined and divine and are going to help the success of this. The other card that came out and it landed on the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles is the Page of Wands. And he's holding a wand, but he's there with his axe chopping wood. To me, this is representing the passion that you have for what you have been working on, but you've continued to turn up and do the work. You've continued to turn up and chop the wood whilst holding on to the passion of where you were wanting that to go and grow into. I feel like I can see the sun sticking out again. Yeah, I can. Can we have more on the King of Cups, and then I'll probably wrap up. Is there anything more you want us to on the King of Cups, or have I covered it? Anything more on the King of Cups? 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's a very independent, successful energy versus the 10 of Pentacles. So this could be still quite successful by yourself, but with the emotional healing that you have done or are doing to allow other people to come in and help and support you with this, you'll reach the pinnacle of success, of whatever that looks like. Again, this feels very much like work, passion project kind of thing, but I think you could apply this to any endeavor that you've been working on. All right, I'm going to wrap that one up there, Sagittarius. I hope that helps. I think there's an amazing month ahead for you, and it is all reward for the hard work you've been putting in. So good on you. Enjoy, reap these rewards, and yeah, be open to the connections that are coming in because they are part of this. All the best. Bye.